Hello, and thank you. I'd like to thank you all for coming to attend my little mini Introduction to Reflexology course. So you all have filled in the attendance sheet. So what I'll do, I'll get you all to do a little introduction of just your name and who you are, and so we'll start off over here.
Okay, my name is Gabe. I'm very anxious and very curious of what reflexology is this. Yesterday was very intriguing and
Perfect.
delicious in a way because I had a lot of stress,
Yeah.
but I don't know what you did to me.
Yeah.
I felt like I was in the clouds. So
Perfect.
very good. I loved it.
Very good. So your name?
Yeah, I'm Sue, and yeah, I'm really interested in reflexology.
Perfect. So welcome.
Hi, my name is Trace. I'm very interested in holistic therapy, so would like to go forward down the road with the reflexology.
Thank you very much.
My name is Terry, and thank you very much for the demonstration session yesterday. It was really enjoyable.
Perfect. Thank you.
Hey, my name's Letitia and I'm interested in learning more about reflexology.
Fantastic.
My name is Ivor. I'm really interested about reflexology because it has helped me to get away my anxious.
Perfect. Perfect.
Hi, my name's Laura Lee and I'm here because I'm again really interested in reflexology.
Fantastic.
I'm Trish, again, also very interested in reflexology and see the benefits that it does for people.
Thank you very much. Well, some of you may know me, some of you may not. My name is Caroline and I am a reflexologist. I've been working as a reflexologist for over 10 years. I'm also a holistic therapist. I do mindfulness for kids and I'm an aromatherapist as well. So the purpose of this course that I put together was mainly, like my mission around it is to be able to help people help themselves with different points, etc. So what I'm going to do is kind of go through reflexology, what it is. Today I'm going to be mainly focusing and showing you tips on your hands, but I will be kind of like doing a little bit of an overview of the feet as well. So what is reflexology? Reflexology can be done in your face, your hands, your feet and your ears. So I brought in my little demonstration feet here as well. So on your feet, your face, your hands and your ears, you've got reflex points which correspond with different parts of your body. So for example, through your feet and your hands, they would have very similar anatomy, with the big toe being the head and your tongue being the head. Through your feet, I would work on your nervous system, your respiratory, muscular, skeletal, urinary, digestive, reproductive and also your endocrine system. So there's a huge amount that are being worked on. Some people call it foot massage, but it's not a foot massage. There's a huge amount that actually happens when we're working through your feet. So as I said as well, every part of your feet has a corresponding reflex. Your feet alone, like the reason we would work on the feet, or it's more well known, because we can also do reflexology on your ears and your face. But the reason we would work on the feet is because your feet are covered most of the time. You know, unless you're on holidays wearing flip-flops, most of the time our feet are covered. So on the feet, we would work on these because also the feet have over 7,000 nerve endings as well. And the purpose of reflexology is to bring your body back to a homeostasis, which is a balanced state. So the next slide will show you just some maps and give you an idea of how much is on the feet. So as you can see, on the feet and on these maps, these are only about 10% of the reflexes that we actually could be that we do work on. If we had to list everything, we wouldn't see the foot. And the same here, there'd be just too much even for you to read. The hands are very similar and the hands are very powerful. And the reason I'm showing you more today on the hands rather than the feet is they're more accessible. Like if you're in the office feeling a little bit overwhelmed, etc., it's not really advisable to be taking your foot out and working on your foot. So your hands are there and no one's going to say, my God, look at Ivor there, he's working on his adrenals. Nobody really knows what you're actually working on, and it's an easy fix if you are nervous, etc. So I want to kind of talk as well about kind of like some of the benefits around reflexology, and also just to kind of explain what way the foot actually works. So as you can see, there's a little picture here of the body. You've got the feet on both sides. So the feet are like a map of the body. So if, for example, as I mentioned before, the big toes are the head. If I had to cut the head down the middle, you've got your spine on both sides. So the spine runs along here. And it's very similar to the body as well, as in you've got the head, the toes are the cranial nerves and the sinuses, And then you've got, you know, you're going from your lungs all the way right down to your digestive system, down to your feet. So as we mentioned, we've got the spine in the centre. Along the sides here then we've got the shoulders, hips, knees, all the way down to the feet on the actual body then as well. The organs that are on the right side of the body are on the right foot. The organs that are on the left side of the body are on the left foot. So for example, you'd only find your heart on the left foot, and you'd find, like, for example, your appendix on the right foot. But there are some reflexes that go across both feet, like your digestive system. You've got your ascending colon, transverse, you've got descending right through then to the end. So some reflexes we work between the two. And also we work in the back of the foot and the front of the foot as well. The benefits of reflexology, like, they are endless. I'm only mentioning a few here. We've got anxiety, stress, pain management, enhanced quality of sleep, digestive balance, it boosts the immune system, improves circulation, hormonal balance. It helps, like, with babies with colic and reflux, and it helps with puberty, menopause, fertility, maternity. It is endless. And the purpose of reflexology is to bring your body back to what's known as homeostasis, which is a balanced state. But with reflexology, as I said, there's a huge amount that we can do with it. And no matter what it is that you're looking for assistance with, reflexology generally can help it. So even with, as mentioned, the fertility and maternity there, I've had people coming in pregnant, later stages of pregnancy, where we would help turn the baby. So huge amount. What we're going to talk about today is a little bit on zone therapy. We're going to talk about solar plexus, adrenals, and the pituitary gland then as well. So we're going to move on to the next slide. So zone therapy, what I'm going to get you to do on your hands, start at the very base of your hand. I want you doing what's kind of like a caterpillar move from the base all the way up to the tip of the finger. And we're going to continue that all the way up each of the fingers of the hand. So all the way up. Now do it quite slow. For the purpose of this training course, I'm kind of working quite fast through it. When you do come to the thumb, you need to do 3 lines up. And the reason being, there's a huge amount in the head. You know, we have our pituitary, we have our solar plexus, we've got our pituitary, we've got our brain, we've got our neck, we've got our thyroid. So there's a huge amount that when we're working up our thumb, which is our head then as well, to work on. So this is something that you can do at least once a day, twice a day. Because if you look at the feet, we're working up a huge amount in each of those zones. And I want you just to keep that in mind. As we're working up the hand, there's a huge amount that's being working on. You're working on your digestive system, your urinary system, you know, the skeletal system, the whole shebang you're working on. So 2 of the main points I'm going to be showing you now, well, 3 of the main points are to help work with anxiety and stress. Is this something that you all need a little bit of help with? Starting off with the solar plexus. So I want you to bend your hand over. Do you see the lowest point? It's kind of like the pit of your hand. I'm going to get you to put your thumb in here. And I want you to rotate it 3 times one way, and then 3 times the other way. Then I want you to open your fingers out, push your thumb in, and bend your fingers over that point. Did anybody find a bit of a crunch when they kind of pressed into it?
Yeah.
So what that is, your solar plexus is here in your body. And sometimes when you're a bit overwhelmed, it feels like somebody's punched you in the stomach, or you're not getting that proper breath. You've got that worrying feeling. This helps that, yeah? You can do it on both hands. So take your time. If you're in a really awkward or very difficult or stressful situation, don't worry about the 3 times one way. Just get in and press it, yeah? So I'm going to move on to the next slide now, and I'm going to introduce the adrenals and the pituitary. So the adrenals, I've shown some of you this before. What I want you to do is find what feels like a bruise, roughly in this section here. Now how you'd get in is kind of press maybe your knuckle or your thumb into this area. You'll feel what feels like a bruise. If anybody's not finding it, let me know and I'll come to you. Do you want me to show you?
Yeah, if you like.
Yeah, just 1 second. So you'll know straight away once you hit it.
Ouch.
You got it. Oh yeah. I want you to find it and I want you to hold it. Your adrenals are your fight or flight. It's that feeling, it's going back to the caveman days. It's that like run, fight, you know, if extra blood goes to the arms and legs, gives you that extra strength, gives you that extra speed, and this is what actually deactivates it. So sometimes in the past we might have had a stressful situation where every day we're at that like, jittery, we don't know what we need to be doing, or we might just continually be stressed. This deactivates it. If you've been stressed a long time, you're going to have to do this over and over again, just until you start calming the nervous system then. It's okay. It is a fantastic spot. You're going to be using it on both hands. The pituitary. Have a look at your thumbs. Have a look at the centre of the whorl of the thumb. Okay. So the whorl of the thumb, the very centre, I want you to have a little look at it, and I want you to, with your other thumb, just press it. Equally, you can do it on both sides. Do you see the connection? Okay. So what we're doing, your pituitary is your master hormone, which gland, which controls all your hormones. This is the invisible. These are the emotions. These are, for example, when puberty starts, that gets things working. I would work a lot on this as well with teenagers going through puberty, or people who are pregnant or trying to get pregnant, etc. It is an essential one to work on. And it's a fantastic one to work on as well. So if you're finding that you feel like the hormones are a little bit imbalanced, this is the point that you would work on with that. So that is a pretty much an overview on reflexology and how it works. And have you got any questions? Anything that you'd like to know?
I'm struggling with sleep lately. Would you have any pointers?
I was
for
going to
it?
ask the same thing.
That pituitary that I showed you?
Yeah.
On your head, right behind your pituitary, you've also got what's called your pineal. And your pineal controls pineal, potato, so it's pineal. And basically what this is for is it adjusts your sleep pattern. So you wake up at night time, you're waking up at 4 o'clock every morning, you're finding it hard to go back to sleep. What I want you to do is go to where your pituitary is, where I showed you. Now, if this is your head, the very top of your head is your brain, or the top of your thumb is your brain. So I want you very gently to start rubbing the very, very top of your thumb. Back to adjusting your pineal. And back up now to slowing your thoughts down, relaxing your body. Back to adjusting your It is so lovely. If you do that and you're awake at 4 in the morning, you'll be asleep in no time. So see how you get on.
Definitely trying that one, yeah.
Any other questions? No? That's okay. So in front of you, you'll find a handbook which has all the information on what I spoke about today. And you can take that home, have a read through it. It's good to kind of refer back to. Behind that then, I've got an evaluation form. Just if you don't mind to give me some feedback on how I did today, what you thought of my little mini course, if you've learned anything. And what you can do is have, take a little bit of time then just to kind of complete that, and I'll collect them for you at the end. And also, I'm going to have a little mini assessment for you as well, if you don't mind. The mini assessment, I'll just take a hold of your feet. So your hand, I have a little hand map there. And what I want you to do on the hand map, if you have a pen there, is I want you to mark where you remember the solar plexus is. And also, I want you to mark where the adrenals are. The adrenals are the fight or flight, the sore part. Yeah. And then what I want you to do is mark where the pituitary and the pineal is. And I want you also to mark as well, just add on where the brain is, as we were talking about, kind of slowing down. If you don't have a pen, I'll get to, yeah, just looking for one there. Very good. Perfect. You've marked all your points then as well. And if you want to just even label them as well at the back, just the adrenals. Yeah, it's them all marked. Sorry, I have, actually there's another little pencil on the table there as well. Yeah.
Throw it up to me. Come on.
John, I didn't know there.
Good woman.
Fantastic. So, did you find today's course useful? Will you be
Yeah.
using the points?
Absolutely,
Yeah.
yeah,
Do
100%.
you think that it's helped?
Absolutely.
Yeah, especially to sleep. They were using that,
Yeah,
they were
that's
asking for that, so
Perfect. Well, thank you very much for attending my mini introduction to reflexology. You've got my contact details as well on the handout sheet, and if you have any questions or queries, feel free to reach out to me. I'm based in Lucan, and it doesn't mean that you need to book in. It can also be any help and advice, and I'm there to help you if needs be. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Caroline. Thank you.
Timing was perfect.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Good.
Thank you so much. That was really good.